Oh my god, I was just talking for what, like 7 minutes? Dang, I was muted. Man, no, you guys didn't say anything for a while there. That stinks. I guess I'm gonna have to, redo my speech here. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't even realize I was muted. My apologies. All right. Back to what I was saying before. All right. So this morning MTP is our top gainer in the market so far. A little bit on the slower side of things this morning. Wafu, a recent name that just popped up on the scanner, so we'll dissect this one together. MTP gonna be our main watch this morning. MTP does have a history of fades. If you guys go back and look at its last 2 days on high volume, it did give back its gains. So you could see it opened up at 265, hit a high of 272 there on MTP, and you can see had a low of one. What do we have? A low of 163 there. Another day here. This one it did spike a little bit before it gave back its gains, but you could see the last two high volume days, it did close below the open and went on a nice fade there on MTP. So this morning, just by looking at the tape, definitely feels like there's a seller here on MTP. It reminds me a little bit of APOP yesterday when we started coming around the highs here. Just topping out at multiple areas around this 150 line. Definitely feels like there's a seller here this morning. They do have some warrants above 125. So I could see MTP this morning maybe consolidating a little bit, trapping some shorts, and then in the end, I could see this thing, fading back on down. So I'll be looking for a possible exhaustion short this morning on MTP. Wouldn't say I wouldn't long it. I am open to possibly longing it, but I have to set up and trap really nicely here on MTP, and it would be a long where I would be looking to take my profits pretty quickly on. But definitely leaning towards a little bit more on the short side this morning on MTP. So we'll be watching for a possible exhaustion short. This 150 area going to be some tough resistance. Let me just look at the daily again real quickly. I have this 170 area. Yeah, so we'll have 150, 170 here on MTP. Alright, but do want to also mention what's going on too. For those of you who don't know, yesterday Iran did retaliate and strike two bases in the Middle East. And yesterday the price of oil rose on up last night, as well as gold, and the futures did tank. But now they are coming back a little bit. I think they picked back up a little bit. So they did come back up. But we have to see how the United States, how Trump's going to retaliate, or if he's going to retaliate. I think he is addressing the nation. I did see coverage starting around 9 a.m., so I'm not sure at what time he will be, speaking. But I do believe it's going to be very shortly, and we have to see what Trump's going to do. If he's going to look to possibly attack some of the oil refineries, that could be huge for some of these low float oil names. So we have to watch, keep an eye on what he's going to say. So if you guys see anything or you hear anything, just let me know in the Discord chat or the live stream to see what the U.S. response will be to the retaliation yesterday in the Middle East. So definitely something important, especially depending on what he says, could greatly affect the overall market and some of these oil and gold stocks. Okay, thanks. Sterling, so you guys are saying 11 a.m. All right. So 11 a.m. So it'll be kind of at the end of the live stream. All right, thanks, guys. Yeah, TVX was a nice ripper yesterday and after hours. I do have a position. Yuma did take some yesterday and after hours, down a little bit here. Yuma did come back down a lot, but still just gonna hold on to a little position in Yuma. Depending on what Trump will say, I'll probably stop out if there's no retaliation. If there is retaliation, definitely expecting some sort of pop in Yuma. Let's see. All right, yeah. So let's go over Wafu. Let's go over. Let's go over Wafu here. Let's see what we got going on here. So Wafu, they did. Looks like they did have a 5-year contract here on Wafu. So we have a catalyst here. Not a lot of chart here on Wafu, but if you guys remember, this one was a very thin name, super thinly traded stock. So this could be one of those quick ones that we possibly go straight up if momentum comes. If not, it could easily come down as quick as it could go up here on Wafu. So definitely worth a watch. Keeping it on the back burner on Wafu. Because this one could definitely get explosive if volume comes in. And I would definitely expect this one too on Wafu to be a chat room target. So we could see some newsletters hit it out of the gates. Starting to move up here, starting to make some new highs now on Wafu. CTIB, yeah. CTIB, I'm gonna keep that one on watch. Yeah, so we have a lot of back burner plays today. We don't, not a lot of volume, on some of these plays. Wafu still light on volume. Pixie still light on volume. I don't like playing light volume stocks, so I usually keep these ones on the back burners, right? If momentum comes in, I'll shift my focus to it. And same thing with like an SLS. I saw SLS come out with some news this morning. Light volume. CTIB, another one. I think this one came out with some news as well. So yeah, so I would say CTIB definitely a back burner watch. Same thing with Pixie. So yeah, let's write these down. I mean, if there's no volume, right, guys? I mean, why are we gonna get involved? Especially if you're playing the long side, you want to be where the crowd is. You want to be on that hot stock of the day. So, getting in something like SLS right now or CTIB, you don't know, right? Look at SLS right now. I mean, it's trading no volume. It's trying to hold $4, but up 3%. There's not as much eyes on it as Wafu, right? There's more demand here. There's good volume here on Wafu, so we want to be playing the hot stock of the day, especially on the long side. So we keep them on the back burner, right? We keep those on the back burner. If they hit the scanners, they start trading some good volume. Then we'll shift our focus. But top watches out of the 8 is going to be MTP and Wafu. I do like MTP for a possible fade today. Did reserve some borrows there. Look at this Wafu. Wow, Wafu put in some good volume here. Starting to go. Kind of done this a little bit earlier, Wafu. I don't like longing right, before the open. The higher the better. MTP, the higher the better on that one. And we still have some nice meat there for a possible fade. I mean, we're up 70% here. Yeah, right, Stockblock? Well, if only it did it an hour ago, right? I would have definitely looked for a long there on Wafu. But right now, we got to wait to the open. So let's map out our lines here. And remember, guys, this is going to be a thin name on Wafu. I remember this one last time. It was extremely thin. Look at the move it did here on how many shares we trade. 5 million shares. It went from $1 to $6. So, I mean, this thing is super thin. It does not need much volume to really get it going. Alright, so we have this $3 line, this $2.50 line here on Wafu. So these are the two lines at the moment. We're going to have some overhead here around 350s. So you could, you know, Tradies already have it mapped up there. So the 354 line with a prior resistance from a prior day. So these are our lines here on Wafu. So we keep an eye, you know, as we come to our lines here. And then MTP. Gonna have 120. Excuse me, like this 118 area. Keep that 118 area. Keep this 150 area. Alright, so those are our lines. Mapped up on both our plays here. Alright, so we'll put Wafu on the top. And MTP on the bottom here. Alright, cool guys. We are ready to go here. Got our lines mapped up. We have our game plan. And let's go out and you know, attack if we see a good setup, right? So 3 minutes we open on up here. Look at this, 360s now. You guys see how thin this stock is, right? Super thin name. Alright guys, 1 minute till we open on up. Let's all have a good trading day. No FOMO. Wait for your setups. Wait for your lines. Don't be buying the top of these moves. Especially on something like Wafu. I mean, this thing is super thin. I mean, you don't want to get caught on the wrong side of this thing, right? As fast as it goes up is as fast as it can come down. So, let's just be patient here. Could definitely expect some newsletters to, you know, look to hit this over 4. So let's see here at open on Wafu. Definitely interested. Definitely keeping a close eye on it. MTP, the higher the better. Like that one for a possible fade. Alright guys, market is open here. Market is open here. So Wafu guys coming up to 4 here. Coming up to $4 here on Wafu. Be careful. You know, my line's back at $3. So I have my line's back at $3 there on Wafu. Alright, so it's trying to get over 4 here, but see the bid's pulling there. Bid's pulling a little bit there. So we're not holding over 4 just yet here on Wafu. But I do like the volume out of the gates. Do you like the opening volume here out of the gates? So you could definitely look for a possible washout here. Let's see if we're gonna get this pullback here on Wafu. I'm just keeping an eye on my lines here. I want to see how it's gonna react on these pullbacks. MTP, nice. Higher the better here on MTP. Won't surprise me if they trap a little bit before we get that unwind on MTP. Alright, cool. Alright, let's see. Alright, so Wafu just consolidating up here. Consolidating around this 380, 390 area. Having a little trouble getting over 4. We got over 4 twice, and we slammed both times back below. So here we go, a little bit of a pullback here. A little bit of a pullback. So just watching the tape here, watching the volume. Want to watch it around my $3 area. Alright, thanks, Sterling Trader. So right now, guys, just watching at the moment. No trades so far today. SUNW, let's see. SUNW trying to reverse here on the daily. You can watch this one into the possible close. Yeah, me too, Preston. MTP is definitely one of my favorite plays here at the moment. If we could get a possible pop this one, higher pop to look for a short on it. Personally, I wouldn't be shorting Wafu. I mean, we've already rotated the float 6 minutes into the bell here. We're doing pretty good baseline volume at the moment. It's a very risky short in my opinion. But obviously, trade your own setups. I'm just giving you guys my honest opinions and thoughts. HUSA to the moon. StockTwits. So funny when they say that on StockTwits. It's going to the moon. Yeah, but I think who said that's an oil name, right? Oil name. Thoughts on ZN? Like I said before, a lot's gonna really depend on what Trump will say today at 11. If he's gonna retaliate or not. If he does, we could see oil continue to rise. If he doesn't, I'm not an oil expert, so I'm not too sure, if it will continue to rise or not. That's not my expertise. But yep, ZN is an oil name, along with Yuma, CEI, and HUSA. How are we looking on some of these oil names? CEI, 360s. We're looking on Yuma. Yuma, 404. Pixie dumping out of the gates. Right now, just waiting for possible setups on MTP and Wafu. Could, depending on what we see, it could look for a possible trade on both these names if they set up correctly. I'd like to see a pullback down to maybe this 290 area, then slowly make that reversal. I mean, that would be the ideal setup here. You have a lot of retail probably shorting this as it comes back on down. And the borrows were cheap too. I had cheap borrows at center point. Not sure how the other brokers are looking as far as the borrow situation. MTP just doesn't look like we're gonna get it here in MTP, so we may have to take the L on the borrow fees on MTP. Like I said, I don't like to give away my strategies on the live stream. I give a lot of things away for free, but that's something I don't like to give away for free. But basically, I'm looking for a short trap on Wafu to get long, MTP, waiting for a parabolic move, then waiting for that exhaustion type move where demand peaks out, sellers step on in, and that's where I want to be getting short. And I expect that to be around that 140 area where I'd be possibly interested on MTP. Yep, I just saw Yuma had a nice little pop. It's 425s on Yuma. So coming back towards my my average. Nice, solid here on Yuma. We'll still hold on to this one. To be honest, I don't even know if which. I mean, I trade both. I'm not sure. I don't really look into it too much, when I'm getting into it. All right, let's see. Yep, Yuma back down to 4. It's gonna be a volatile one. I mean, that's a sub 1 million in float stock there on Yuma, so definitely gonna be a volatile play. SUNW, yeah, like I said, SUNW. I like. I could may possibly look for a possible swing on SUNW. Kind of like this reversal here in the daily chart. We've been seeing a lot of multi-day runners. So definitely keeping that one on watch. Wafu trying to curl here. Trying to curl here on Wafu. A little trouble here at VWAP. Now here we got this dump here back down to 3. So right to our line here on Wafu. We've been seeing this a lot, right, guys? This initial first attempt at the VWAP starting to get stuffed a lot in this market recently. Looks like we had that seller flop sides here back on the bids now on Wafu. Here we go, MTP, a little bit of a pop. A little higher MTP. All right, let's see. 275 of you guys watching. Shout out to you guys and the live stream. Appreciate you guys for tuning on in. If you guys haven't already, free Discord chat. Links down below in the description. Ooh, 1 second, guys. Gotta watch MTP. heavy here on MTP. This is kind of this area where we would stuff here on MTP. And creating that liquidity trap. See if we're gonna get this shove move. Alright. So just sitting in MTP. Did fill some into that pop. Sorry I didn't, I was a little speechless right there. We're just keeping an eye on it closely. So I did get some 135 short on MTP. Yeah, this is not a 1 million in float on MTP. There's no way. If it is, it's the heaviest 1 million in float stock I've ever seen on MTP, right? I would agree. This float at least somewhere between 10 to 20 million on MTP. Nice, Russell. Me too, dude. I have a what do I have? I have a 134 average on MTP. So we'll see if we get that fade on MTP. So we need this 125 area to break down on MTP. Starting to break down a little bit here on MTP. There we go, guys. There's 120s. Gonna be patient with it. Gonna be patient with it here on MTP. Obviously not gonna get super greedy, guys, but yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with Finviz on the float here on MTP. I'm gonna go with 10 million. That sounds pretty accurate. Yeah, guys, I get, it's game time, right? When I'm getting into a trade, it's game time. I gotta lock in and focus. I haven't been watching the Wafu tape too much. Been watching more MTP tape. How we looking here on Wafu? All right, we're still still holding this $3 area. So what will we need for a trigger to squeeze this thing on MTP? We need a reclaim of 350, right? We need a 350 reclaim. So not just a breakout over 350. We gotta get back over 350, consolidate and hold to really confirm itself for a reversal. Could be wrong, but I really feel like they're setting up here to dump shares here on MTP. But we'll see. Yeah, best man 150 stop. Yeah, I'm willing to take one more ad on it. If I have to. But yeah, 150 would be that squeeze level. How can you tell it's a dump, institutional dump? Yeah, you could just tell, by the prints, the volume, that someone's exiting a position or absorbing, on the tape. You look at something like APOP yesterday. Clearly someone was selling that thing all day there on APOP. So what do we have for backside? It's 250, 260 area is kind of that backside on WAFU. But nothing yet, guys. Nothing yet. Like I said, wait for confirmation for volume, tape, chart. We're not getting it there on WAFU. Remember yesterday? Same thing on APOP. You're waiting for that reversal, waiting for that confirmation on that reversal, but we never got it, so we didn't touch it. So we're gonna be doing the same thing here on WAFU. You can see we're not having that free flowing tape, right? I like to look for the washout long. I like to look for that free flowing tape. We have tons of orders going through. It's an active tape, and we're not seeing that here on WAFU. So probably won't be looking for a washout long here. If I were to play it, it'd be more of a reclaim level I'd play it at on WAFU. Saba running? Oh, I completely forgot about that. I had a plan with Saba the other day. I had a feeling, I think I said, Wednesday. You could see something on Wednesday. All right, guys. So what I was saying on Sava, we're pretty much doing the same thing here, right? So we have our parabolic, we have our soaking day, our second soaking day, then our leg up, our pullback, next leg, pullback, soaking day. You can see we got these lower wicks here on the chart. These buying dips, someone's buying the dips, and then we could possibly see a next leg coming up now on Sava. Definitely a little bit more of a risky play. It's overextended. Definitely up a lot here on the chart, but just make sure you have a stop in place if you guys are playing the move on Sava. See if we're gonna get this fade on MTP. We need that 120 rug pull in. We should be good here on MTP. EBIO. Come on, Waffle. You had good potential today, Waffle. You had good potential today. Still could get it, but just not. You guys could just see. I mean, it's pretty clear. You can just see the tape, the volume, just not there. Just not there on Wafu. Yeah, great point. Who's made that point? Stockbug. Yeah, Wafu following the recent trend of the week. You know, what have we seen all this week on these low float stocks, right? APOP yesterday. We had someone buying it up in the pre-market, right? We had big hands, buying up the pre-market move, and then dumping at open, right? We had life. Look at the 5-minute time frame, so I don't have to scroll back. Crazy. Someone buying up the pre-market, giving back at open, right? Same thing so far on Wafu. And all these stocks are low float stocks, right? These are all low float stocks doing that, so just not getting it so far. You know, this week it's been a week of choppiness, right? Week of choppiness. Some decent pre-market moves, and you know these plays are giving back their gains at open. So gotta be willing to adapt. Gotta be willing to adapt to the market. Awesome, Jeremiah. Yeah, that's great, man. Yeah, that's how you're gonna get better at the long side, right? You learn the other side. And I have a few short strategies. I have a few short strategies I like to use. So I'll short every now and then. Alright, so let's see what else we got going on here. Slow morning so far. Slow morning. Pixie, nothing. MTP, we're on this one. Wafu. You have to crack the backside out to like 260 area, but not looking too good right now on Wafu. LODE. Doji Star on the daily. How's SUNW looking? How's SUNW looking? Alright, we'll see how this one looks later on today on SUNW. We're looking on workflows. Alright. Alright, so if you guys are enjoying the live stream, feel free to drop a thumbs up if you guys want to help support the channel. If you guys haven't already, check out our Discord chat. Link down below in the description. Over 2,000 traders in our Discord chat. And like I said, just waiting back to hear from Weeble. I asked them to get the referral link for you guys. Just update you guys on that. Weeble is hooking us up. You guys will all be able to receive a free stock from Weeble off the referral link they'll send me. So just waiting to hear back from them. Once I get that referral link, I'll put it in the chat so you guys can get yourself a free stock. So you're gonna check right now and see if they sent it. Alright, nothing yet, so hopefully we get that maybe by this afternoon. And tomorrow I'll put it in the description. Managed to scalp 30 cents on Waffle wide open, but I think that'll be all for today. Market's slowing down. It definitely is. Alright, see you tomorrow, Wilson. Have a great day. Let's see. Alex learned from Tim Sykes. Yeah, he watched a little bit of Sykes. Alex. I think he started in like 2015 day trading. So, I think his first person he learned from was Sykes a while back. So MTP back over 130 here. Just keeping a close eye on this one. Before someone says it, because I know someone's going to say it in Discord chat. Yes, this does look like the wash trap and squeeze pattern here in MTP. Then you're like, oh, Nick, why are you shorting it then? I know someone's going to say it, especially if I lose on the play. No, guys, this is not the wash trap and squeeze pattern. It does not meet criteria needed for the pattern. It does not meet the criteria that's needed for the pattern. Yes, the chart may look like it, and it is indeed that pattern, but the criteria is not there for myself to take along on the setup, right? Always gotta have your criteria line up and met before you could take your setup. Just because technicals are setting up doesn't mean it's an automatic long. All right, so here we go, guys. MTP. Just tap the high day right there, pulling back. I know, Stockblock. That's why I mentioned it first. So, so if I lose on it, I don't have to get grilled in the chat for it, right? Alright, let's see what we got going on. Other than MTP, Wafu, what are we doing here on Wafu? Just hanging out around $3 here on Wafu. LODE, nothing. Pixie. So yeah, slower morning so far. Yeah, a lot of people just waiting to hear what Trump's gonna say on the situation. That's starting at 11 a.m. So I'll be watching that right as I end the live stream here. I believe Waffle did the same thing last time it ran. If I remember correctly, I would have looked, but it happened so late. I believe it did do a midday trap, if I remember, on Wafu that day it ran. It's always good to go back and look. If you guys have like a TD Ameritrade or a Dosh Trader, you could actually go back and look at the intraday chart from any single day. You could go back and look at what Wafu did on that day it ran. So let me see. I may actually be able to do it on E-Trade here. Alright, so just still keeping an eye on it here. Awesome. Sterling, if you could post that in chat of the intraday chart on Wafu, that'd be great. Kind of curious to see what it did that day. Wafu, first move, run it open to 6 with faults, then all day fade. Alright. Oh, Chuck, you could do it on E-Trade? Go back and look at the days. I know you could, scroll back maybe a few weeks, but I didn't know you could go back and look at any single date. But Stockbox saying here it ran it open with constant holds up to 6 and it faded back to 3. So we didn't have that intraday trap. But we'll see here. Slowly walking up here. It's slowly walking up to 320 at the moment. What's MTP? MTP just hanging out around 120s. Alright, thank you, Bull. Appreciate it. May have to get a 5th monitor to get... Sounds crazy. May have to get a 5th monitor to add more charts here. My house looks like a living room looks like a space station here. All these computers. Let's see. Alright, so yeah. Thanks, Bull. APOP did a similar thing yesterday. Yesterday's play had a midday retest around 10:30 the VWAP, and it got rejected and came back on down. All right, Corey, you're in Wafu. Good luck. All right, let's see this rug pull on MTP. It's like they're still trying to hold it. All right, we'll see. Wafu slowly walking up on pretty much air. No volume on this move on up. All right, here's Wafu coming up to 320s here on light volume. Nice workhorse coming up to 340. Very nice. Got a little scary yesterday. Came down to like 290s in after hours. Right back on up. Seems like you guys are pretty quiet today too in chat, right? Just a slow day. Here it comes, guys, on MTP. Here it comes. Rug pull. Good old rug pull. Sweet, alright, MTP. See if we continue to fade back under 120s. Let's see, FVEE. CEI, nice CEI. Get some oil names going. See Yuma get back on up. CEI, let's see. Very nice. Nice volume, guys, on this ramp on CEI. Pains me to say that. I hate CEI, but hey, you know, if we get CEI running, definitely see some sympathy come back over to Yuma, alright? So, be the one time I'll be cheering CEI on, probably ever. SDC, not bad here, SDC. Mid-cap stock. Nice uptrend, good volume. Recent IPO. Yuma coming up to the highs. Yuma coming up to the highs. Light volume on Yuma, but very thin name. Here we go on Yuma. Here's 450s on Yuma. Yeah, just threw out a warning. I mean, if you guys are playing Yuma, you know, it's a thin name, so you got to be careful on it, right? You got to be careful. There's 470s now. Yuma. I think we may be halted, guys, on Yuma. I think we may be halted on Yuma. Let's go. Are we? Ooh, look like we were halted. Ah. The fake out halt. That always happens to me, I feel like. Always happens, a fake out halt to me. Are you guys here? This is maybe the most quiet I've seen chat, and we have 240 viewers. Or did my live chat freeze up or something? Oh yeah, that's why. I think my live chat froze up there. That's why. I'm like, is anyone even talking? And you guys were talking. I just had to refresh my my screen here. Let's see. Yeah, so I missed some good questions. All right, let's see. SUNW, yeah, SUNW giving back. That's the thing, you know, risking, getting in, I don't know what your plan was, but if it was a swing idea, usually best to wait for in the afternoon. That's just my opinion before entering a swing. Yeah, Yuma, very nice move. Like I said, guys, play at your own risk on Yuma. It's a very thin name. Yep, Chuck. I took them this morning around the block, so they're behaving this morning. I was up bright and early. Let's see. Have you thought about doing copy trading? Nah, guys. I don't do that stuff here. I don't recommend anyone to do copy trading. CEI. Looks like we're getting some, oil start to rally a little bit before the, Trump addresses the nation. Put on a face cam. Nah, guys, I don't want to show my face. It's early in the morning. Like I said, I'll probably be doing some like Instagram live stuff with Alex soon. So I'm gonna be doing some Instagram lives. Let's see. Hey Nick, no, you don't give out your tricks for free, but if you don't mind, can you say roughly how you go about buying your stocks? You buy them in bulk, contracts, or yeah. So it depends on the setup. Most of the time, I like to scale in. Oop, and here we go. MTP, guys, very nice, very nice here on MTP. Fading back on down. Though make sure you guys aren't being too greedy on it on MTP. I'll be looking for more of a $1 exit, like around maybe like 105, 106, around that region. But yeah, I like to usually scale in. I used to. Back when I had a smaller account, I would maybe do like a one shot, one kill type of entry because I was using smaller size. But now that I'm using bigger size, I like to scale into my plays. Yep. Don't give in the FOMO, guys. Don't give in the FOMO, especially on a thin name like Yuma, right? It's a thin name, thin stock, so you got to be careful on something like that. Yeah. I don't like to get into world affairs or politics on the stream, so don't really want to comment on that stuff too much. But yeah, I'm sure the market would slip. We would see gold go through the roof. Probably see oil rise. TVX would probably go up a ton. So that's probably what would happen. I'm sure Alex and Jimmy, they're more well versed than me on the overall market and the economy than I am. So I'm sure Alex or Jimmy would be able to help you out a lot more with that topic on how the market would react to something like that. What was your entry for what for MTP? I'm in at 133. Yuma, I'm in 430s. How we looking on CEI? Alright, so higher the better on CEI. Higher the better. Let's see. Yep, that was the game plan coming in. For those who are here in the pre-market, that was the game plan on MTP, was to look for a parabolic move into the 150s, wait for that exhaustion confirmation for demand to peak on out, and got some there into that pop right at 135. I hope you took that one too, Preston. I know this is your setup also, so I hope you got in too, Preston. You guys, you want to make your trading as less stressful as possible. I'm pretty sure I said this before on the streams, but you want to make your trading as less stressful as possible. Know your risk. Know your exit, and with that, what's there to fear, right? Hits your stop loss, you're out, right? It's the cost of doing business. So I don't really get, what's the big fear? I guess if you don't know your stop loss, I guess so. Then it would be, a fear, 'cause, you don't know how much you could lose or what's gonna happen here. But your stop loss. You know how much you're gonna lose, right? So just don't get wicked out. Wait for your exits, and same thing with your stop loss. If it hits your stop loss, it hits, right? Take the loss, move on. So. Let's see what we got going on here. DYNT. So all these sketchy plays lately, right, guys? All these sketchy plays, these crappy daily charts. What we saw yesterday on that Apex play yesterday. Look at that piece of crap. Back at 77 cents. DYNT, kind of like the same thing as Apex yesterday. So don't fall for these traps. We saw it happen once on CTIB. DYNT trying it here. We saw our Apex try yesterday, but it was kind of that one day wonder where, caught shorts off guard that first day. Alright, Sockbuck. Have a good one, man. See you tomorrow. Pixie halt? Nice. Pixie halted, guys. Pixie halted here. Oh, we're tired of watching this terrible tape here on Wafu. Let's watch the PIXY Pixie show here. Nice slow fade on MTP. You can see it's just slowly fading. Volume's dying out. Should see a nice little panic under 110. I'll look to take under 110. Let's see, Yuma just consolidating around 440, 450. I got 116, looks like it should get to 140 around there. Pretty bold statement. You think MTP's can back up to 140? Anything's possible, but I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing it here. It looks to me that someone just created some liquidity here, created the liquidity to dump into, and that's what we're seeing here on MTP. The tape did indicate to me that we were gonna see a massive squeeze here on MTP, and it would have been really tough here. It would have been really tough with the the overall float here. We have a bigger float here on MTP, so it would have been a little bit that would have been a lot tougher to squeeze this thing. We need to see some bigger volume. all right, you could chill with the stock twits lingo. What happened? Did anything happen with Trump? Did he say anything? Nope. It starts at 11. Yeah, definitely not a chop pump here on MTP. CTIB fade yesterday. Yeah, they tried. CTIB tried. There was just no inventory. There was no shorts to squeeze, right? So we didn't have borrows at any brokers, so it was tough to get a massive squeeze going there. But it still had some good opportunity. Still had some good opportunity there for some long scalps throughout the morning. I was sick that day, so I wasn't trading, so I missed that one. CEI curling on up. Let's see. Yeah, hopefully we get some CEI action going. All right, guys, Pixie is open here. Do we just re-halt on Pixie? Nope, looks like we're still here. Pixie with a giant red to green move here on Pixie. A little too crazy for me here on Pixie. A little too crazy for me to get involved with this one. Super low float, but you can see the spreads are just too wide, too illiquid. So this is just not my style of trade. This is just too much for me. There comes a point where it's almost like the float's just too low, it's too thin that it's hard to even play it, right? So it's kind of my opinion here on Pixie, kind of where I'm at with this one. What time we got? Ooh, it's 10:40 already. Wow, quick morning. It felt. I mean, the market was slow, but it went by pretty quickly. Maybe because I was gonna play for a while. All right. I'm thinking we give another 10 minutes or so. I'll probably you'll hop off around 10:50, and I'm probably gonna put on the news and see what Trump is gonna say, and I'll keep an eye on Yuma, obviously throughout the morning, as well as MTP. MTP for anyone, if anyone's in this one short, I would say probably gonna have a break even stop at this point. So if it comes back up to my entry, I'll probably break even on it if it comes back on up. Target's gonna be below the low a day, so around like 105, 107. So a washout below the low a day. That'll be my exit target. Is my chat like freezing up again? Something's going on my YouTube this morning. So once again, if you guys are enjoying the live stream, or you just enjoy Velocity overall in general, feel free to drop that thumbs up button. It would help support the channel, as well as sharing the video. And also, if you guys haven't already, join our Discord chat. Links down below in the description. Over 2,000 plus traders in our chat. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you guys can always feel free to DM me too. Nick Trades 20 in Discord. I was ADXX looking for a long. Let's check it out. Yeah, solid chart here on ADXX. Let me look at an E-Trade view. Nice little ascending triangle pattern here on ADXX. Yeah, I would say, I mean, if you're planning for like an intraday move on ADXX, I would say, probably risk the lows on it, risk the low of day at like 118. If you're looking for a swing idea on it, I would say wait for more of a pullback, risking that $1 line if you're looking for, a swing. I think we sold this one. So I think someone may have mentioned this one the other day, and I said I liked it for a swing. Just may have forgotten about it. Yeah. Any update on Sava? Next leg on up. Yeah, Sava's interesting. Would not surprise me if we see a gap tomorrow on Sava. Would not surprise me if we see a gap up on this one tomorrow. I mean, if this thing gaps shorts are in some serious trouble tomorrow. If we get that gap up on SAVA. Definitely worth a watch, heading into the close on this one. But just remember, you're playing a stock that's, gone on a massive rip from $1 to $8. So always got to be mindful of that, that it is up a lot. Alright, guys, so I'm going to give it, a few more minutes here. I'm going to get headed out. And get headed out of here. So if you guys have any last questions for me, just type in chat or just DM me. And if you guys want, you'll hop over to options after. I'm sure Alex and Jimmy are going to be talking on the situation. I'm sure they'll be updating and commenting on the on how what Trump says affects the market, how it would affect the market. So if you guys have any questions like that or anything like that, just head over to our options channel. Cool, you'll be on Discord. Awesome. What is it, Wednesday? Things I look for. I look for high institutional ownership. Some sort of news or headline catalyst. Not all the time, but most of the time. I like there to be some sort of catalyst. I like to see stock to have a gap to fill on the daily. I like a stock that's in the lower right hand corner, slowly starting to make a reversal to the upside. Those are just some things I like when looking for a swing. Yeah, CEI definitely trying here. Definitely trying to break on out. How's Wafu? Wafu's yet to crack yet on Wafu. Has yet to crack yet on Wafu. But unless we get some like big time volume, like Stat Bin, I just don't see it. Just don't see it making the move, right? So if we see some big volume, we ramp on like, a 300K volume bar, then that would interest me. But I mean, it's just walking up here on nothingness, right? What happened? What are you guys saying about CEI? I'm kind of confused. The bid is 128. The ask is 83 cents. Oh, 80XX. I thought you were talking about CEI. 80XX. Come on. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about there, man. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Alright, guys, I'm going to give it one more minute here, and I'm going to get going. One trade for me, just still sitting in MTP on the short side at the moment. Looking for a 105-ish target on that one with a break-even stop now at 135. And I'm still just holding a position in Yuma 430s. Am I shorting Yuma? No, I took a long position yesterday on Yuma. It's a riskier play, guys. It's a riskier play. It's just going off the oil sector and just the overall tensions in the market. So a little bit riskier of a play there on Yuma. if Trump doesn't retaliate, I'll probably honestly look to get out of it. I'll probably look to get out of it if Trump doesn't retaliate. MTP, I'm holding 4,000 shares on MTP on the short side. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get going here. Yeah, Sterling, it's not sort of strategy, right? It's just a speculative play, right? I don't have a lot of shares either in it, so yeah, that's that. All right, guys, it's 10:50 here. It's almost 11 o'clock. I'm gonna get heading out of here. Like I said, just you know, anyone in NT page, what I'm doing, looking for is crack the low day, gonna look to take into the washout. Stop loss gonna be break even now. Yuma, depending on what Trump says in the next 10-15 minutes, will determine what I do at Yuma, and then I would just say keep an eye on Wafu, but just be careful. Unless we get some big time volume coming in, I just see this one fading like the rest of the plays we saw this week, like A-Pop in Life. All right, so that's gonna be it for me, guys. Hope everyone has a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys first thing here tomorrow morning. I'm out. Peace.